Good morning, good morning. Welcome to yet another devlog. So let me first move this mic out of the screen. This is better now. Yesterday I reached out to this stage that I wanted to do a refactor, and yeah, I got stuck with my mistakes over here. And today I'm going to continue on this, but before continuing I wanted to just show this. For each episode of this series I'm also going to write down my learnings as notes in this format on my blog. So basically whatever I learned that day I'm going to write it down together with the code examples so I can refer to it later on. This helps at least myself to reinforce my learnings. Today I'm thinking also about timestamping parts that are related to each section. Basically what I do to speed up myself, I jot down my learnings in text format and feed that into one LLM, whatever it could be, and just ask it to restructure it, make sure it's grammatically correct to speed things up. So otherwise, I need to do it manually. It takes time. I reread the result, and then yeah, just publish it. It shouldn't take me more than 30 minutes every time I do it, but I put a disclaimer up here for my future self and also others yeah be fair about this. With that being said, let's go back to the previous problem I had. So yeah, I think I kind of confused what I wanted to do here, and I made it more complex than I wanted. So the problem is right now I need to yeah, basically use this syntax to initialize the header. One option, because in this stage that I am in, I need to only initialize these two values, is to use this method. I think we saw it over here. There was a initializer method which was taking in these two values and setting them only. But what I wanted actually is simpler. The initial thing that I used for this stage of the challenge was to have an array as a result, and the array was kind of like this, and then I was passing in the values like 0x4, 0x d2, and etc. to set the values. What I wanted to do is to almost use the same syntax, but do not require myself to calculate the hex values and just set the values that I want, right? Uh, and that's what I'm doing here, but I don't want to put the keys. So yesterday I did some research, and I think there is an example that I like to use, and that's using a struct like this as type, where we define the type of each value only and do not name them. So it would be u60, u1, u4, u1, 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 u3, u4, u16, 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 like this, right? And then over here what I do is basically for each line do input dot at 1. Hopefully I remember it correctly. This syntax should be what I needed. So no weird value extraction, is it? Oh, I made a mistake again. Yeah, these are 0 index. It doesn't match up, right? I think there is a problem still. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, no, 13 field is correct. So hopefully this is correct. Yeah, this syntax is a little bit out of ordinary, I would say, but I think this is the only one I'm going to have it, right? I'm wrapping it inside the function. It all makes sense. And maybe from array rename it to list, and then comment this out. I probably need to enable eglot. Yeah, this is better now. And then const header would be header from list, and here I'm going to pass in the values 1 2 3 4 1 0 0 0 0 need 9 zeros, right? 5 6 7 8 9. Hopefully it works. Big test header. Line 32. What's happening here? There is no comma. Then missing field with tuple. No, I need 2 more. Yeah, this is because okay. Now it's, I think, fairly simpler. However, even though it's easier to type, it's kind of confusing because for 13 values, you need to remember which one do you want. I have a problem with my undo tree. After 2-3 undos, I cannot recover the values. But for now, I'm going to keep it like this. And if it was needed to, yeah, so set the values with the name and it got confusing, I can just switch back to initializing header like this. Right here, I have the names, so I can pass them manually. Okay, for now I'm going to settle on this, and I have a nice test. Cool. Now let's can I do like this, main test. This fast. Now I'm thinking, should I also continue testing other values? Because actually what I'm doing here is or what I can do let's see if down the road we get more examples of it, then I'm going to add those. For now I'm going to continue, but I need to first, I think, this submit it. I need to move this command somewhere in my path. So. What? I have it submitted on Wednesday. We can skip CI. Market stage complete. Voila. So going to the next stage, write the question section. In this stage, you'll extend your DNS server to respond with the question section, the second section of a DNS message. Okay. Question section structure. The question section contains a list of questions, usually just one, that the sender wants to ask the receiver. This section is present in both query and reply packages. Each question has the following structure: name, type, class. Section 4.1.2 of the RFC covers the question section format in detail. Section 3.2 has more details on type and class. Okay, and then domain name encoding. Domain name in the DNS packet are encoded as a sequence of labels. Labels are encoded as, okay, is a single byte that specifies the length of the label. And content is the actual content of the label. The sequence of label is terminated by a null byte. For example, okay, so we can loop through it. And then we have the length of the piece we need to read up until the next length. And then terminated by null is a single byte. Oh, every time we read this much, this is one piece, and then another piece until we see this. Okay, just like the previous stage, the tester will execute your program like this. It will then send a UDP packet containing a DNS query to port 2053. Your program will need to respond with a DNS reply packet that contains the question section described above, along with the header section from the previous stage. Here are the expected values for the question section. Okay, whatever we are receiving, we want to follow it by null byte. Okay, can I brute force it doing that? Just like I just said, until then send a UDP packet for your program will need to respond with the DNS reply packet contains the question. Here are the expected values. Okay, let's try it because first my git is clean. XP, okay, I don't have it here. Open it. Over here, I'm trying to read some values, right? And then this is const receive bytes. Const question equal to buffer from 0 to receive bytes. Now I'm thinking how I should change the response. This should be one section of it, right? So I need a data structure to basically append it piece by piece. I remember we had something like array. Could this be useful? Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. So let's pick this up. Const header. Right, and for this we have std. Is it array list of type u8? What's happening to you? Yeah. Good. Init. And for init, I need an allocator. Let's make a general purpose allocator. Class GPA std keep general purpose allocator, and then like this and this, and differ GPA init, and then class allocator is GPA allocator, and pass the allocator to this, and differ response the init. Hopefully this is what I needed. And then what I want to do here is to response that append. This is not the completing, something is off anyway. And then header. Zig build. Yeah. For now, comment. Like this. Better now what it says. Allocators. Fix buffer. General purpose allocator. Expected. Line 9. Okay, let's can try it. I don't get it. What's wrong with you? Mainline 9, expected type. What am I doing here wrong? I have a const and then initializing it, and then I have this GPA allocator. And then on the same line it says expected type star debug allocator. Am I missing something? Let's ask Copilot. We tell Copilot what happened. Weird. Debug. Bring it in. Big. Error indicates you are trying to call allocator on a const pointer to debug alligator, but the issue is likely in how you declare GPA. Change this. Oh, okay. So this should be a var. GPA variable needs to be var instead of const. Okay, I didn't know this. But how can I deduct it from here? Expected star hit. Note, const discards. Cast discards const qualifier. Ah. The GPA variable needs to unknown void values must be used to discard this value. Did I have it? Okay, has no member named in it. Oh, okay, that's why here it's getting this, and then if the init.leak, is it possible to leak? Interesting. Defer, and then defer. What do they call it? The init status, or just the status, because this is inside this context. I think it's self-explanatory, and then GPA, the init, and if status is equal to click. Why I cannot panic it here? Because it says expect false and then catch panic. This is a very weird line. Why should I write it like this? Let's copy this. No, go here. Write it down. Why should I do it like this? Why not just do expect? So for me, it would be std testing expect, and then the value should be full. So I would say the init or status not equal to .leak, and then catch it. Panic, what is it called? Memory. I just don't get it. I understand why it's what it's trying to do. So there is a status. Apparently, it has a mechanism to return a status of OK and a leak, and we want to cache that, right? And there are two ways to do it. I don't even need this city testing. I can probably also do what I was initially doing. The status equal to leak, then panic. Memory click, and then yeah, for now let's keep it as is until we see some failure, and then can we zig build it now? ArrayList aligned U8 has no member in it. Okay, this is weird because I saw probably it's because of the version update. ArrayList type, a contagious global list of items in memory. This is a wrapper around a slice of type values. The same allocator must be used throughout its entire lifetime. Initialize directly with empty or init capacity, and deinitialize it or okay. So add one, as many as array. Ah, okay. We have different allocation time. allocate, return the slice of all the items plus the extra capacity. No, this is not what I want. Let's see the ArrayList for Zigling. This is master, contiguous. Yeah, this is what we saw. It's now returning this. So can I just do empty? Empty is not a function. Unused local constant. Allocate the slice is not, this is returning something, right? What I want is to initialize it. And then it says initialize with externally managed memory. The buffer determines the capacity and the length. But there, I'm not getting an allocator. Then I have also init capacity, initialize with capacity to hold number of elements. Okay, this is a new thing. I doubt init didn't exist anymore, even though in the guide it says that there is one. And then let's see how others solved it. Maybe somebody yesterday found the problem. Code examples. Yeah, show me the code. Yeah, me myself solved it back then with ArrayList. Open the slice. Question in the main. Yeah, I had a different approach. Let's see what others. 12 days ago. See if I full query here. It's parsing the query. Then here in the result, We are memcopying to response, and response is 12 bytes. DNS package. This is I don't get it. So we are defining a buffer. But which buffer is it? We already have a buffer, right? Let's see on GitHub. No. So it's happening here, right? We have a buffer. We are now copying to buffer, and then we are setting. Okay, we are calling query. Basically, this is written. Okay, and then this is a weird solution. Oh, it's still not reading from the input. It's just hard coding the value directly. But I thought here it says destruction. This is the UDP packet. The program will need to respond with a DNS reply packet containing. I think that's the case. I think it's going to send you this, and then you need to parse it. Okay, any other solution? Show me the code, please. Yeah, this I hate. You multiple times you need to confirm what is needed. DNS question, yeah, that's that, and then parse domain name. This is variables, and then parse question, DNS packet. Oh, way more elaborate than I expected. And print DNS header. No, I think people are mixing a few steps in one copy, and that's why it's getting so confusing. What did I do here? So I had a parser, that's fine. Then here I was doing the question, reading the question, and then const bytes. Yeah, this is fine. Response was an app on the slice. Yeah, this is what I was doing, but I remember this was Zig version 14. So let's see what has changed between Zig version 14 and 15.1. Zig change what? What is it called? ArrayList. ArrayList. Oh, make unmanaged the default. Warning. having extra field is more complicated than not having an extra field. So it is null hypothesis. What pattern does having an allocator field allows that not having one doesn't? Yeah, this is man. Avoiding accidentally using the wrong allocator. Convenience when you need to pass an allocator also, but there are downsides. Worse methods. Has anybody written about ArrayList Zig 15.0.15? The guide is wrong. This is not updated. Coming from C++. Yeah, this is probably somebody asking this question is struggling to understand why I keep getting the ArrayList error. How you formatted your post, but the warning confuses me. Is it saying ArrayList as a whole will be removed eventually, or just the aliases? I think they mean the managed ArrayLists. Okay, let's see if I can find another way to solve this. ArrayList was an idea, but let's describe our problem to Copilot. See what it says. I have oh yes, this is something handy. Then concatenate. Yeah, this allocator syntax we learned that is not going to work. Bytes builder pattern. Use a fixed buffer. Since responses are typically less than 512 bytes per UDP. Okay, that's that's very convenient. So instead of this altogether, I do 512 bytes undefined, and then every time I want to rewrite, I do try std.mem. What is it called? Copy. I just need to keep a tab on the location. Copy. Didn't have an autocomplete there. Copy all of source into dest at position 0. Dest len must be bigger than equals source len. If the slice overlap, mem move instead. I hate my autocomplete. Copy doesn't exist. Mem there was something like this. Memcpy, yeah. Is this what I want? Memcpy. The function copies bytes from one region of memory to another. Dest must be mutable. A slice, a mutable pointer to an array, or a mutable many item pointer. It may have any alignment, it may have any element type. Source must be a slice. A pointer to an array. Okay. Memcpy. Can I use header and then response? Is not an indexable pointer, and I cannot think. Yeah, said so. Okay, this is the territory that version update is making it annoying, because every time I get a reference to something, it's either duplicated or... Anyways, let's push forward. Maybe this one. stdio fixed buffer string. FPS. Buffer stream is response. writer, yes, writer. Actually, for header, I need to call to bytes, yeah, to get this. So I use local variable GPA. Fixed buffer string with the pointer. The first writer, what's happening? ArrayList requires address now. Yeah, and then S. I want to also check something else. Let me quickly comment this out and then try back what I was doing. So memcpy destination was the left side. That was my first mistake. We should do it like this, and then for this also header 2 bytes. Yeah, it shouldn't be a constant. You don't set non-defined to a constant. Non-matching copy lengths. What I do is do it like this. Okay, this worked. So I'm passing in a slice as the destination. And then if I run my program, okay. Yeah, no, I'm not in my blog. I want to go to DNS, EWD, yes, and echo. Okay. So far, I managed to restructure my response, but what I need is to const question can I put that directly here at memcpy response 12 till question.len. Nice, crashed. Panic. Source and destination argument have non-equal lengths. Oh yeah, so if I'm going to exceed that, do something like this. Is this what you want? So basically every time I pass in the slice, I don't need to refer to it as a pointer. Expected question section to have one entry got 0. If you have set the question section, it's part of the header, right? In the response, I need to, yeah, QDCOUNT should be 1. expected question domain name to be codecrafters, but got 210 slash. At least now I see that they are passing codecrafters as input. Okay, let's get a little bit bold as Copilot to help us here. Maybe this time it so the following is the code. And this is the behavior. First, do you see what's wrong? As I see several issues, you're copying the entire received question, including the original 12 bytes header. So yeah, then here I want to skip the first 12 bytes. Okay, question would be, okay, then it's better indeed to do it from 12. This is interesting. Reading from memory, and then here this is basically what I did. Okay, so that was the problem only. We skip the header. So the incoming request also, yeah, that was the point, right? In the initial, in the first video, I read that this message header question response. Oh man, it passed the test. Header question response also is used everywhere. This message format is a unique format used everywhere. Now the question is here. Use original ID. Yeah, that was also an interesting part. So post message ID std Was it mem.readInt? Mem.readInt u8 buffer. It should be a pointer to the buffer. So I can do buffer from 0 to 2. That big. Then here, actually for this so that I could use the new syntax, but I will leave it as is because I'm still not sure if that's what I want. And then here, message ID. Cannot cast this into pointer type child. This. Oh, okay. Type is wrong. Yeah. And the test still passes. Okay, let's submit this. What worries me is that I didn't spend any time parsing the message. I just redirected the result to the output. And maybe that's why it's getting weird, right? If I just have a dedicated question that is parsed, then I don't need to do this weird calculation by hand. But for now, let's keep it as is. I'm not sure what is for the next step. Yeah, mark it as complete. In the next stage, I am going to stop this session here and get back to it tomorrow. Yeah, have a nice day and see you.